Hello and welcome back to the Celluloid Misfits. I'm George Clark and I've just got my hands on the Eureka Video Blu-ray release of WRACK and Ruin, the Rubble Films at DEFA collection, so let's have a look and see what's inside. Eureka Entertainment is proud to present WRACK and Ruin, the Rubble film at DEFA. 5 groundbreaking post-war films from East Germany's legendary DEFA studio, released for the first time ever on Blu-ray in the UK. The first film studio to begin operating in post-war Germany, DEFA was officially authorized to begin making films in the Soviet occupation zone in 1946. Overseen by the Soviet military administration, one of its primary mandates was to aid in the denazification of Germany by focusing on anti-fascist themes in films that would ruminate on the literal and figurative wreckage left behind by the Third Reich. Often shot on location in the ruins of Berlin, these early DEFA productions have come to be called Trümmerfilm, or Rubble Films, and remain some of the most important pictures the studio ever made. The first film produced in post-war Germany, The Murderers Are Among Us, sees a concentration camp survivor return home to Berlin only to find a stranger living in her apartment, an ex-soldier who harbours a terrible secret. Somewhere in Berlin follows a group of children who spend their days playing in bombed-out buildings and a returning prisoner of war seeking a new sense of purpose. In Police Raid, a determined detective leads a crackdown on black marketeers who aim to exploit the chaos of the post-war period to their own advantage. Set during the Nazi era, Marriage in the Shadows charts the tragic life of an actor and his Jewish wife as they attempt to survive the Third Reich. Finally, The Blum Affair recounts the true case of a Jewish industrialist who was tried for murder in the 1920s. Encompassing a range of genres, including the thriller, the police procedural and the courtroom drama, and ranging in visual style from expressionism to stark realism, DEFA's Rubble films are bound together by a concern with the physical and psychological damage wrought by Nazism, World War II and the Holocaust. The Masters of Cinema series is honoured to present all 5 films for the first time on Blu-ray in the UK, accompanied by a wealth of new and archival extras. Limited to 2,000 copies, this 3-disc Blu-ray box set contains a hard case featuring new artwork by Carly A.F., a limited edition 60-page collector's book, reversible inner sleeve artwork featuring new designs for each film by Scott Saslow, optional English subtitles, newly revised for this release, new audio commentary on The Murderers Are Among Us by crime cinema expert Sergio Angelini, new audio commentary on Somewhere in Berlin by East German cinema scholar Elizabeth Ward, new commentary on Police Raid by crime cinema expert Sergio Angelini, new commentary on Marriage in the Shadows by DEFA historian Sean Allen, new commentary on The Blum Affair written by Roland Mann and presented by David Melville Wingrove. From The Rubble, a new interview with socialist cinema expert Claire Knight on the founding of DEFA and its early productions. Confronting the Past, new interview with Jewish studies scholar Sue Weiss on Marriage in the Shadows and The Blum Affair. Crime Wave, a new video essay by DEFA historian Sebastian Heduske on Police Raid. Rebuilding Berlin from 1946, a DEFA documentary on the post-war rebuilding of Berlin. Rebuilding Potsdam from 1946, a DEFA documentary on the post-war rebuilding of Potsdam. Death Camp Sachsenhausen from 1946, a DEFA documentary on the Holocaust and Sachsenhausen concentration camp. The Eyewitness from 1946, an archival newsreel featuring DEFA's first animation, Underground Scare. The Eyewitness from 1946, an archival newsreel featuring a report on the making of The Murderers Are Among Us. And The Eyewitness from 1947, an archival newsreel featuring a report on the making of Marriage in the Shadows. What another incredible release by Eureka Entertainment, and I really can't thank them enough for introducing me to some classics of German cinema. Whether it's the DEFA studio or CCC, I am just falling in love with everything that they are putting out there. This particular collection will sit with me for a long time, mind you. All shot amongst the devastation, the aftermath of World War II. This was a visual experience I'll never forget. Everything about it was wonderful, the restorations, the book included, and of course those extra features. But the Wreck and Ruin Rubble Films at DEFA is absolutely a set I highly recommend, and this is one I really can't wait to get back to sometime soon. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of your continued support. Of course, you can go over to the Celluloid Misfits website, check out my full review and breakdown of this particular collection, and of course, check back here on the channel for more videos coming soon.